There's no better feeling than having a perfectly working bike. No jumping brakes, no squeaky gears, and no grubby handlebars. But after time and after hours spent riding it, well, your bike can start to feel like a bit of an old dog. If you are lusting for that new bike feeling, but you don't actually want to buy a new bike, let's have a look at what simple changes we can do to our bikes to get it feeling like $1 million again. First up, and the cheapest option, give your bike a deep clean, and I mean a deep clean. Not just a sprinkle with a hose pipe, you want to get in all those nooks and crannies. Dirt can get in those hard to reach places and just sit there. So you want to give your bike a good clean and strip everything off. Now that can seem quite scary, but it's not as bad as it seems. Plus, giving your bolts and bearings a good clean can actually get rid of all those little creaks. Get the bike stand out if you have one and use specific bike cleaning products. Although they're not critical, they will make the job easier for you. And take your time on it, don't rush it. These deep cleans, they don't need to be done every week, so set a few hours aside and do it properly. And if you're not fully confident in stripping all your bike at once and cleaning it, then do it in sections. You could do the headset and the forks first and then put them back together and then move on to something else. But if you do get stuck along the way, don't worry, we most definitely have a video on the channel to help you put it back together. And if you don't, you can always call Alex on 07. Now, it doesn't just finish with cleaning your bike. If you want to get that nice showroom finish, then you're going to want to add some wax or polish to your bike. This is definitely my favourite part of the bike washing section. Adding the wax or polish is going to help protect the paint on the bike and bring out that nice, shiny, glossy look. Unless you have a matte bike, then you might want to use some different products. The only problem is, once you have finished polishing your bike, you're probably not going to want to ride it out in the rain and the mud. Put up on the wall and stare at it for a bit. It's also a good idea to change your tyres with the season. So now that we're hitting the winter months, I've put a nice durable set of winter tyres on that I know will be bulletproof for the winter months. But come the summer, I'll opt for a nice fast light pair of tyres. Top quality light tyres usually have a better rolling resistance than a cheaper pair. And if you pair those with a nice light inner tube, this is going to give you that new bike feeling. A dirty, worn chain can actually eat away at other parts of your bike, like your cassette, your derailleur and your chainring. And if you don't replace your chain when it needs to be replaced, you're going to have to fork out a load of money to replace other bigger parts on your bike. You can actually get little chain checkers like this, so it will tell you when you need a new chain and when to replace it. But if you don't have one of these, we'd say, depending on how much you ride, every 12 months or so. But if you really have no idea, then head down to your local bike shop and they'll help you out. Why not treat yourself to a brand new upgrade? So wheels are by far the best upgrades you can make to your bike. It'll get your bike feeling lighter, faster and smoother. You don't have to go and buy the most expensive wheels out there. There are loads of reasonably priced aluminium wheels out there that won't break the bank. Although, I have to say, the carbon ones, they do look pretty sick. Now, if you really do want that new bike feeling and you want to keep your hands clean, then why not head down to your local bike shop and get their gold service. They'll give your bike a thorough check over, make sure everything is working perfectly and let you know if any components might need replacing. Now, this is particularly good if you aren't so confident in your mechanical skills. You can just leave it to the professionals. And when you go and pick up your bike, it'll feel like you're picking up a brand new bike. Plus, it's always good to support local when you can. Replacing your grubby handlebar tape is always a good idea, but have you ever thought about other contact points on the bike as well? Your saddle does wear, it'll start to lose its shape and it might start collapsing in the middle or on one side. If it has, this is a sign that you might need a new saddle. It's a similar story for your pedals too. These bad boys, they go through a lot, clipping in and out all the time, and all that power that we put through them. Riding on worn out pedals can actually lead to knee problems, and if your pedals have a lot of play in them, no matter how much you tighten them, that is a sign you might need some new ones. And it's the same story for the cleats. Remember to replace your cleats, and as you can see, mine definitely need replacing, so I'm going to make note of this and get myself some new cleats. Now that you've nearly got your bike looking $1 million, you've given it a deep clean, you've polished it, you've replaced the contact points that you needed to replace, you've got some nice new tyres on there, and everything is in nice working perfect order, we're going to finish it off with some nice bottles. You just can't have a fresh looking bike and then having knackered bottles. So get yourself a nice bottle. Got some nice ones on the GCN shop. I've gone for a yellow one today, but we do them in lots of different colours. Kind of works with the black and red, got a bit of yellow on the bottle cage as well, so it does work. And once you've done that, it's time to find a nice backdrop, take a picture for the bike vault, line everything up, the cranks and the valves and everything, and then upload it to the GCN app, and everybody can vote on it. So there are some of our best tips on how to get your bike feeling like $1 million again. But the only problem is now that your bike's going to feel so new and shiny, you're not going to want to ride it in the mud. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and as per usual, let us know if you have any of your own tips down in the comment section below. See ya.